And we took the color as something in itself. You can speak with it like with words and make poetry with it.
We are here, we are together, we are familia while we are in this trip together to 3 floors of a beautiful queen's life. So if you could all please come with me and let's start these activations. If you could join me in this room, spread out, have space to yourself. I think I'm loud enough, so don't worry about being crunched up on each other. Oh my God, you're just too cute. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to focus on my poetry with your beauty. Spread up in here, we're in here together. Thank you all for visiting Sonia's Casita. Thank you, Bard. De nada. Thank you, Bard, and especially the homie Andrew Kircher, for always inviting me to play on migrant floors and bridging mediums from the academic curator to the street poet. Let's watch the seeds planted that grew to be a blooming garden. Let's take a trip through her life and celebrate the Queen Sonia via her objects. Gracias por darnos este tiempo en tu jardín, viendo el fruto de tu amor con la arte y colores. Poem 1, self-portrait. Un jardín. Before simultaneism, the Orphism and abstract art movements, before Charles and Robert, before the French Legion of Honors, you were Sarah Elievna Stern from Odessa, Chamomile Fields. Northern winds transfer a budding yellow floret at 5 to St. Petersburg, becoming Sofia Elinichna Turk, taking on the new familia name, repotted in rich black soil, new-sprung art traveler Sonia Turk is born. Hoy te canto esta oda a ti. Migration always causes change. From a factory working father with no proper tools for the garden, blame the times, not the human. To 14 years of Uncle Henry and Anna Turk planting white and blue lily of the valley summer respites. The Turk had the right literature shears, were culture spreaders, the right art hand cultivators needed for the Sonia Jardín to grow. They seeded, watered, gave it light and shade when needed. By 19, roots grow Azul Asiano Germany cornflower para más nourishment. She absorbs naturalista Ludwig palettes, building collective con sus hermanas, focusing on the canvas, stretching, jalando, helping each other's branches grow. At 21, Parisian streets begin to call, Flor de Lis, get out of the room, taking my streets. Window shop Fauves Matisse styles, Van Gogh orchard yellows, Guggen undiluted reds, and plant your seeds in the art world at Udit's ground, next to those Picasso's heavily blue leaves. Look at her vibrant Philomene patterned flowers, those bold, free, and plain she embraced, simply for the colors that fascinated her. Since child, bark peasant Ukrainian weddings danced and swirled, power for love of red and green dresses. Look at the flamenco dancers taking in her fruits at the market Aninjo, while the Finnish woman contemplates sunflowers, growing daisies and carnations out her window. The triptych of it all. The first branches of portrait's composition will have you rhyming in color. Watch yellow and blue flowers adorn poet Tuurchko, green shading Henrik with yellow nude, get lost in lines of orange, crema y grays. Esas hojas will embroider your gaze. Take in how she cultivated a worldwide presence, never craving fame. So if you could please enjoy this floor, taking the objects on the other side, and I'll give you the next activation when you hear the music switch. Sonia's Place. Bienvenido to Sonia's Casita, an avant-garde dream portrait of herself. Stern Odessa migrant Sophia Flores. Watch moves, take notes, a blueprint to the bag. papel y pluma. Never rush with it. Took the time, added color, and let it hit the light. Watch the spectrum change. Take the color to be something in itself. Then it might become a line you can shape and reshape. While sketching out her future, never forgot to play with all elements and their players. El poeta, escritor, la música, el bailador. Telling Cleopatra, no te preocupes, mi amor. Because no matter the times, she turned flat to curves, smiles to yellow-green slabs, medium blending elegancias of our collective goals. Breathe in. We will go right up to the sun. Get lost in the cerulean blues, watch her wearing her simultaneous robe, creating new looks. I have always changed everything around me. Process notes will be framed. You will pedestal her thoughts. Step 1, never let them forget your name. Sonia. Respect her medium blending out game. Let's get it. Collective is everything to me, like I told ya. Building with others, making magic. The soundscapes you are hearing are by Latif Damir, a longtime brother in the arts. He made all the music you will hear, and some are inspired by listening to Sonia's sons, Charles, el bebé de la familia, his jazz curations. So you might catch something. Poema número 3. De París a Madrid. Una historia anafórica. Can you hear me over there? Beautiful. Todo fue la arte. Mi vida, mi hogar, mi marido Roberto, mi hijo Charles. I made him a patchwork crib cover. It always comes from love. My first abstract composition was not my mission. Giving Charles colores for smiles, líneas to follow, cubist sunbeams, square and right angle clouds, getting lost in the melody of pinks before opening the toy box. My first abstract composición no fue mi misión. Watching him while I hand sew our simultaneous garments, his waistcoat vest, my dress, onyx, olivio, maroon, ratazos, ready to step outside our beau boulier with that one-on-one fashion. It always comes from love. Todo fue la arte, mi hogar, mi vida. My husband Roberto, nuestros amigos, collective y el individuo go hand in hand. Cicedrals La Prose y Little Joanne travel in my cascading colores. Don't forget to end at the Eiffel, because I love breaking el molde. It's never my intention, but it's what art demands of us. It always comes from love. My first simultaneous book, no fue mi misión. Before the Great War forces self-imposed exile, vacations don't always end how you plan. I keep pushing in Goya's Madrid. En El Conde, we created La Villa Simultánea con mi querido Eduardo y Samuel. Artists during trying times know how to stick together. Lamp siempre viene del amor. Lamps ignite, push and shock electric prism into fusion down the boulevard, seeing a harmony of solar costumes where every step, I see the night different. Todo sí fue la arte. Mi hogar, mi vida, mi marido Charles, mi marido Roberto, my son Charles, nuestros amigos, siempre viene del amor. We moved all over the Iberian Peninsula. The colors kept calling, Casa Sonia, no matter the troubles outside. The one constant, Roberto, Charles, nuestra gente, y my supplies. It always comes from love. Yes, I knew the whole generation. Picasso, Duran, all the painters, they were young and dynamic at this time. And before I knew my husband, I worked with several young Russian girls, and we were full. Well, we wanted to not to make academic paintings, to make something real. And I personally liked very much Van Gogh and Gauguin. They were my big masters at that time. And I found even Matisse a little academic. That's what I say to all young German painters, that Jawlensky and all these people made it much later. But they were influenced by Matisse. Matisse was the basis. At that time, the painters spoke only of paintings. Now they are speaking of money and of dealers. But at that time, they spoke only of the problems of the painter. It was very quiet, very bourgeois. It was a big contrast between this little group of artists, poets, and painters, and the whole life. And at that time, we began to change all. We were in an old house near the Cape, through the Grand Augustin, very old street. We lived in a house that dated from the 16th century and had furniture unpired, you know? And then we put the white walls and began to change all. We were in the beginning of the revolution of the taste. You know, the art, yes, but not only in art, in all, in dresses and all. Well, we met on the Sunday and we spoke of art. Catu came to us, Picabia, all what now are very known people. We all met together and played. We were privileged because I received money from my parents, but nobody sold nothing. Only Picasso and Clay, they had a contract with Canviller, but the other ones had nothing. It was not like the public like now. There's a dealer in each house. But at one moment, we lost all our money, you know, in 17. Income from Russia, we lost. And the production of my husband was not very big. He said, I paint only when I feel something good to say. So he could never make a contract with the dealer. And that's why I began to make things for fiction, pour la mode. Yes, during 10 years. I was very well known in America. Yes. Not fashion, my materials, my printed materials. I see many young, but only the serious, that like art, live for art, but not for money. So when you were an artist first, you must learn something. We learned, and then we destroy what we learned. But it was about us too. That is Sonia in her own words, an interview that she did with Stud Turkle back in 1960s. Now let's go up to the third floor. Poem number 5. Abstract deliverance. Mi Roberto's jazz. Abstract. Madame Sonia, textile queen of the Salmutane. Keep it zigzagging on your poem dresses, freeing woman, forms and colors, jumping on checkered backdrops, letting us see ourselves in your colored rhymes. Black moons spin on both sides of the slanted equator. Learn something. Keep breathing. That color was the hue of number. Then break something. Deliverance. Pushing to the next fear. Seeing yourself chilling, lamping there. Whether you find lines, geometric shapes, pink apples and purple hearts. Don't forget to reach out to the tribe that provided you with space to be with your oil pigments, fabrics and poems. Always poems. To let the hand relax. The brain will keep moving, then rain will come. It always comes. Abstraction. She will grab her supplies, find shelter among other trees, producing esperanza fruit with all shades of black. While the world keeps thundering, 5 moons dance in a rainbow of light. Color must give more than a sensation, you chanted, while enjoying your bonbons, laughing at the circular compositions, illuminating voyages on murals that sing futuristic worlds of suns with parasols, watermelons, and pizza parties. Mi Roberto's jazz. Dahlias, one dark and red, the other striped white. Nuestra sonrisa, a cubist movement. Arte's magical luminous fusion. Our concentric circles punch the eye, making us all common center. But we each have our radius to control. Undiluted cherry spirals motoring around waves, exhibiting our odes to the wind. Listen to it. Trace the air. It will fade away, but do not forget to live the real object of our search. Marvelous color dreams to the end. Deliverance. The tree bark has gotten stronger. Resilient roots dig deeper into the soil, strengthening the trunk of this viridescent new woman, legacy plotting in folly grassy lands, weaving, knitting, or felting those process sketches from way back. Channeling it into Tristan's set design, Laura's winter coat, Philip's kerchief, because the garden knows how to dance no matter the strong winds, revitalizing her universal syncopated rhythm to make sure we get this body of work. Follow me to never selling out. Follow me to greatness. Always repping familia, always repping collective. A migrant's dream, never letting them forget your name. Y'all gonna learn today. Poem number 6. Those crib cover designs become canvases to sell in a landscape she will never visit. Her hustle contains multitudes. A dress will echo a book cover. Costumes become playing cards, plates. Luminous posters, now floor rug designs. Taking over building was her Tuesday task. We not built like that no more. Riding the Matra 530 with those rose-colored eyes, cruising through her casa gathering petal fragments of her leather tuff at 82. We not built like that no more. Never-ending paint schemes, fusing art and architecture, kinetic patterns, because to her, all that mattered was the colors. We not built like that no more. Watch her collaborate with lions who marbled her floral wood blocks, richly hued painted silks on velvety green pasture, while teaching legacy to Charles for lunch. We not built like that no more. Listen to Duke, Louie, and Benny bouncing on the stained glass, keeping us dreaming of colors, reminding us to be steadfast, no matter the warpath, because we not built like that no more. Yup. Meditate in her lush fruit-filled gardens. Observe each horizontal decorativo mosaic, the bee wings receiving the sun, light contrasting on your triangular square ponds. Rose pollination has happened. Look at the monarch butterfly exhibitions, the purple vineyard festivals, and golden retrospective sunflowers. Fields of honors. She did it all. We're not built like that no more. But if we pick up what she left us, we might be able to build collective and art like this before we go. Gracias, Sonia, por todo. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Y'all have this floor